So our core day routine has been the same routine since we began our Zoom practice for the primary reason of the protection of our neck. So the idea being, if we get used to the sequence, we won't be looking at our device. So we won't be turning our head when we're in these core postures. So before we do anything, we ground. We welcome ourselves to the mat. We feel the support of the mat and the earth underneath us. Go ahead and bend your knees and maybe let them rest on each other as you pigeon toe the feet just a bit. Constructive rest. Closing down the eyes, letting the body settle. Letting the breath settle. And letting the mind settle. So enjoy a couple deep breaths in through the nose, filling the body with fresh prana, life energy. And then slowly let that breath lead right back through the nose, softening every place it touches on that journey. And take 2 more breaths. And I don't remember if it was someone in our Zoom class or someone in the studio asked me a question about what holding space for someone means. And in my daily reading from the pivot year, the answer came yesterday. When it comes to loving other people, they mostly just want to be heard. They ultimately need to feel seen. In the same way that when you witness what it is that you feel, it seems to alchemize the feeling, and you can offer that to other people when you witness them. They don't always need you to solve a problem or interject or have a well thought out response. Sometimes all they really need is someone to sit quietly with them, to listen even when their words are messy and going in circles, unsure of what they're really trying to say. Sometimes all anyone needs is someone who sees. And that to me is the best description that I can offer anyone of what it means to hold space. Just listen. Taking in one more breath, let it fill the ribs. Heel toe the feet back to center. Again, we're going to leave whatever you have underneath your shoulders. Remove whatever you're using underneath your head and allow the head to come down to the mat. So you're in this inversion from the thoracic spine down to the crown of the head. Just take the elbows wide first and just see if there's any constriction of breath. I'm on a different prop this morning, so it definitely feels different. Okay, and then from there, we're just going to test the waters. Bring the palms of the hands to rest high on the thighs, the heel of the hand at the hip crease. Taking a full deep breath, draw the belly in, slide those palms up towards the knees as you lift the shoulder blades in the head off the mat. And then slowly, 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 allow the body to drift back down. So take 4 here. Big inhale to ride it up to the knees. And the exhale to release down. 3 more. And during this scan here, this observation, if you find that whatever you're using under you is too high or too low, roll over and make the adjustment now. And as you finish this last one, just lean back, interlace the hands behind the head, right at the curvature of the skull, not the neck. Draw the head back down towards the mat, open up the elbows wide. So just give the chest, that thoracic spine and the sternum area, collarbone, just a chance to expand and soften. One more breath in. And then we're going to begin that 4-part movement, coming up halfway, curling in, coming back halfway, and reclining. And again, remember, keep your gaze up at the ceiling. Elbows now rise to the ceiling. Good. Head rest in the cradle of the palms. Draw in the belly, take an inhale, come up halfway. On the exhale, curl and round in, elbows towards the knees. Draw back halfway on the inhale, and on the exhale, release everything down. Let's take 5 on your own. Each movement, a full breath. As you're ready, belly in, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Fluid movement. And this fluid breath. The head just relaxes in the hands. Shortening the distance from that hip point to that low rim. Moving slow. Letting that head come all the way back down before taking that 4-part count. Last one. Head rests, let the elbows go wide, take in a full deep breath. You can continue on with that same movement. I'm going to lead the crossover, elbow to the knee, not knee to the elbow, and the same 4-part count parts. So elbows rise. As you're ready, draw the belly in with the inhale. Bring it up. Elbow towards the knee, cross over. And back halfway and lower down. We lift, we cross, we come back and down. Up and over, back and down. You'll notice my elbow does not come near my knee, but the idea is it gives you a target. So it would be easier if I could bring that knee all the way in. See that? I get that one, but it makes me reach for it. It makes me turn through the side body. One more each side. And as you finish, relax down. Open up the elbows. Take in a full breath. And release it just as slow as you can. We'll roll over to one side. We'll remove whatever prop we're using. Take a full body stretch. Kind of wiggle it out. See where there's any tightness that you feel. Stretch it long one more time. And then exhale slowly. Just let, again, the body just sink down. Draw the knees into the chest. Squeeze them in. Let the tailbone right up. So here's your opportunity to take that counter stretch into the low back and the mid back. And then plant the feet in that bridge position. Good. A little bit of a tuck into the pelvis. Whatever you use under the shoulders, we're going to slide it right underneath the sacrum. So once you find that shelf, that comfortable shelf, not the fleshy part of the buns, and certainly not the low back. This is nice ridge and it should feel comfortable for you. You can hold on to the side of your mat for support or any arm position that you like. For this pose particularly, I like to bring my finger pads to my low pelvic bowl because we're going to work all the muscles in the low pelvis. Bring the feet to tabletop, take a flex into the feet, press the heels away like you could stamp your feet on the wall on the opposite side. Again, draw in your belly. We don't want to take this in the low back. And from the belly button up towards that shoulders, see where you can relax. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Good, and as you're ready, keep the knees right over the hip points. Nice and slow. Right heel, lower slowly to tap. And then draw it in just as slow back to that starting position. Engage all of the core muscles to do that. Left heel, nice and slow. Take your time. Tap it down. And slowly, with resistance, draw it back up. Alternate now with your breath. Tapping and lifting. Breathe into that low belly. Send all that fresh prana, energy, oxygen, all the way down to that low belly. 3 more each side. Mindful movements. What does it take in your body to just drop that heel slowly and lift it back? Finish up your rotation. Come back to your table. Draw the knees in. Squeeze in. Lift the tailbone up. Now you can stay in your tabletop position, or you can extend the legs up to the ceiling. Again, flexing through those feet, flaring through the toes, heels lift, toes point down towards your face. Legs stay again, stacked right over their hip points. Same practice. Heel tap, or just take it to any degree. Just don't take it in the low back. As you're ready. Breath in, deep inhale, exhale, lower slow. Slow as you can go. And then lift back as slow as you can. So the quad has to engage, that hip flexor has to come into play, and your low belly core. Take to the other side. Slow and easy. Use your breath here, alternate side to side. Two more. Easy, fluid breath with easy, fluid motion. Keep that belly engaged. Super important for the low back. And as you finish, legs up. Stretch those heels up one more time. Draw the knees in. Enjoy. Let's curl in. Child's pose on your back, by the way. In case your knees or your shins or your ankles are ever sore, this is your child's pose. You just don't have the body weight. One more breath. Both legs up. We bring the big toe mounds together, the heels together, maybe the ankles, the knees, squeezing the inner thighs. Good. So here we're one leg going down. Again, caution, keep the belly in. Don't go down any further if you feel it in, like your back muscles kicking in to make the movement. This is all your front core here. So take the deep breath in and draw the belly in. And as you're ready, nice and slow, flex the feet, lead with the heels, lower that one leg together, any amount, and pause wherever that is. And then inhale, brings it back up. Exhale to lower, any amount. Notice where you feel this now and bring it back. Keep the breath flowing, but keep that core engaged here. Let's take 4 more. Full breath. Good. Finishing this last one up. Draw it in one more time. Maybe this time rock side to side. And then we'll replant the feet back into that bridge position. Take a full breath, lift the hips to that bridge position and remove whatever is underneath you to the side. Keep your bridge here now. Squeeze your shoulder blades underneath you. Maybe your fists can clasp, maybe they don't, but press into the back of your forearms. Lift your hips high, find your bridge. Roll the weight onto the tips of the shoulders, not the head and the neck. Keep pressing down with the arms, keep lifting through the hips. Full deep breath. And then your choice to roll down or to come down with a flat back, whatever feels good in your spine. As you arrive back to the mat, just pause for a moment, let the weight of the hips settle. Feel the spine. Walk the feet out to the edge of the mat. Keep the right knee pointing towards the ceiling. Just drop the left knee in. Just kind of working through that hip. A little bit of a twist through the low back. Left knee points to the ceiling. Just drop the right knee in. And again, try to lower that right knee to the mat. Just feel into the stretch that you feel there. Right knee back to the ceiling, left knee, one more time. See if you can use not a hand and nothing to force it, just mind to knee, lower towards your mat. Notice your breath. And last time, over to the right. And back, heel to the feet, back to center. And if your block is handy, grab your block. Just work into a little bit of a side oblique here. So we'll put the block between the knees. Mine runs against the inside of my shin. Good. Legs come to table, the feet are flexed. Exactly the same thing. Draw the belly in. Keep the knees over their hip points. Take the arms out to a T. Deep breath, draw the belly in. Exhale. Take those knees over to the right and in out. Inhale. Brings them back to center. Settle the hips and then take it left. So again, really now working into those intercostal muscles between the ribs. You don't want to pull anything. So again, your breath is your teacher. If it becomes too choppy, you might be going too far. So the idea is to move as fluidly with the body as you do with the breath. I should say that the other way around. The fluid breath should move a fluid body. Next time you go over to the right, hang there. Again, just hang, hover, breathe, soften the shoulders, soften the face. We'll squeeze that block, we'll bring it back to center, pausing there, level it out. Big breath in, belly's in, exhale all the air and hover left. And then squeeze the block, draw it back to center. Take the block out, take the feet wide. Now windshield wiper back and forth. It's fast or slow. Then we'll heel toe the feet back to center, drop the knees over to the right, roll onto your belly. Moving into a Sphinx pose. So Sphinx, of course, the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. The arms are parallel. The fingers are spread wide. Now, if you happen to have a shoulder injury, it's always okay maybe to just bring an elbow out an inch away. But again, when we stack our joints, we know we're in a safe place. So press into your pubic bone, press into your palms, drag your palms towards your body. And then begin to send the heart forward between the arms. So a stretch maybe from that belly button to the sternum. And after what we did, that should feel good. Take in a full breath. From here, we're just going to take the head, look over our left shoulder, see if we can see back to our feet. A gentle stretch. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale it out. And then bring it back to center. Stretch the heart forward again. Feel that stretch in the front of the body. And then exhale, look over the right shoulder all the way back. Again, just getting a twist in the upper back here. And then return to Sphinx on the inhale. Last time, press into those palms. Drag those palms towards you. Send that heart forward. Find that beautiful stretch. All right, I'm going to look at my little timer here now. We're going to move into a forearm plank. So I'm going to interlace at the center of my mat. My toes are tucked. I'm going to press into the balls of my feet, into my forearms, and lift my hips. So press back through the heels, lift the chest high. Noticing your breath. Just breathe here. Heels back, belly's in. Squeeze those shoulder blades. See if you can even out the inhales and the exhales. So maybe breathing in for 3 or 4 and breathing out for 3 or 4. We have 30 more seconds. Easy breath. Squeeze, heels back, chest up. Knees can come down. Just keep the breath fluid. 15 seconds. We got it. Squeeze one last time. Lift up those chests. Lift the heels back. We have 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Knees drop. Find that Sphinx one last time. Stretch it long, long, long. Shimmy out the hips. Lift the soles of the feet up, bending at the knee. Take a windshield wiper this way. Pause that windshield wiper at center, so knees are bent. Stack the hands, rest the forehead on the top of the hands. Taking in a breath, see if you can relax the soft tissue under the arms and the chest. Just let it be heavy. Elbows extend out so the shoulders can release. Point and flex through your feet. Again, really point that big toe and then flex. So the shins, the calf, the front, back of the ankle. Spread the toes, make a fist. And then circle. Circle that ankle one direction and the other. And then we'll release the legs long. Shimmy the hips one more time. And maybe here, close down the eyes. Find a moment of gratitude. Find a moment of breath and stillness. Find a moment of holding space with and for each other. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.